Back in the day.
Where's the beat?
Back in the day.
1.21.
Back in the day.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
I'll be back.
Back in the day. Back in the day.
Great Scott!
Do not go in there. Woo!
What's going on, party people? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you know where it is. Little something different for you, little bit of something different for you. It is Throwback Thursdays all over the world, but here on Mr. Direct's Real Talk, it's what we like to call back in the day. Back in the day, what was you doing back in 1995 when we do a little bit of Idiot's Guide to Pop Culture? And as usual, your man, Mr. Direct, is just coming here to give you a little bit of fun, keep you entertained, and keep you talking. You know, today we talking about Trump, the Kardashians. We talk about all this kind of crazy stuff. But back in 1995, which is the year we're going to be talking about, there was a whole lot more going on. We had a whole lot of great movies come out. We had a lot of things going on that, you know what, was giving you nothing but real talk, and we was having fun as usual. As usual, I really didn't want to say it. I'm gonna have to say it though. As usual, I have my co-host over here, Miss Hampstead.
Hi.
Miss Susan Hampstead. Miss
Hi,
Hampstead.
people.
What did I tell you about trying to sound sexy?
Come on, let me live.
Sound like a transvestite. Stop it.
Really? That was so mean.
Stop it.
You sound like you got laryngitis.
Right?
Hi, people.
This is Susan Hampstead.
Who is that Jim Carrey used to do on Color? What is it?
Vera
Color?
LeBron or whatever her name is. Whatever her name is. And as usual, the other suspect I have on the microphone with us tonight, Abdul Majid, calling us all the way from Florida.
What up, people? What up? Oh, you Susan.
Yes.
Shit, damn, motherfucker, cock, and tits.
I think that was 6, not 5.
He ran out. Mark's going to start getting hit. He ran out.
Listen, man, what's going on in Florida? How's the weather down there, man?
It's a little rainy. We're supposed to get hit with a hurricane, but, you know, it's all good.
You pushing through?
Yeah, I got no problems. It ain't hitting this part of town.
Did you store up on goods?
Listen, how's them ladies treating you down there, man? How's the ladies treating you?
Did you store up on goods?
Pussy and condom. I stored up on bitches and condoms.
Terrible.
The ladies are, I guess some of them okay. 24, if you're 24 to like, I call it 28 love. Right out the glaze.
So this is what's going on. We're live on YouTube. We got multiple feeds going on. If you guys are not used to it, it's your man, Mr. Direct. What's going on? How you guys doing today as well? Go to Mr. Direct Just Real, like the page, and we have a live feed going from there. We have a live feed going from Markland, Scotch Plains. Kaja, how you doing, man? What's going on? Lady. Kaja, how you doing? Gail, how you doing? Michael Miller, how you doing? So I'm doing that live on Markland, Scotch Plains. Ugly woman next to me, I think she's doing something from her page. I just joking with you.
I know.
I love Susan. Susan looks like completely different when she got her makeup on.
I hate you.
She walked in and looked dead as shit. Okay,
No.
she looked
I
dead.
was
She,
like, let me
she
fix
comes
my
storming in.
face.
First
Let
of
me
all, she
fix
didn't
my
knock.
face.
She just listen.
It was
the-
open.
The level
I'm
of
saying.
comfort, the level of comfort that must have been there. All she did was literally, "Hello, I'm here." I'm like, "You ever heard of knocking,
Your
motherfucker?
door was
Let
open.
somebody else
Your door
in."
was open.
She said the door was open. Big up
It
to
was
Joey.
open.
Joey Bots. Is one of those movies we knew a character named Joey Bots? You guys got to check us out on Mr. Direct Just Real. You can catch the video of all of us and not just your man on, listen, Gail, I'm doing good too, but we're doing a live show here called Back in the Day. So listen up. You guys are about to be involved with a little bit of Back in the Day. You're going to check it out and see it. Go to Mr. Direct Just Real. You'll see the live feed from there. We're having fun. We're getting down with the get down. Check us out on blogtalkradio.com. 571. The transvestite that's on the show with us might actually try to welcome you online if you guys go for that. And as well, we're going to have lots of fun and do what we do best, giving you nothing but real talk. It's been a while since we've been together for a while. I seen you last week. You were here. You got a lot of compliments for the
Ann Pritchard.
yes, you got a
So,
lot of compliments for
lovely
what we
lady.
did.
Lovely lady.
You got a lot of compliments, and it was great to have you on.
Thank
Abdul,
you.
it's always a pleasure. You and I stay in contact. I try not to harass you. I know my shit's nonsense. But, it's always a pleasure to have you guys together in one room because it's about to just be a whole bunch of crazy bullshit that's about to go down.
Basically.
And you know who's going to be the butt of the jokes?
Always. Here I am.
Hey, Susan.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
You better take your makeup off before you leave Mark's Place because they're shooting clowns in Jersey.
That's a good one.
They
Abdul.
shooting clowns in Jersey.
That was a
Susan,
good
take
one.
the makeup off.
That
Take
was
the
a
makeup
good one.
off. We're
Last
having
I read.
fun here. We're doing what we do best, giving you nothing but real talk. We're going to have fun. We're going to get it moving. The year is 1995. What was you doing in 1995? I was 4 years removed from high school and still clueless about what the hell to do in my life. Still clueless. Like I was living at home on the house that I'm no longer in. I just went by there. Was you just graduating?
No, I graduated in 94. I was a year out. I think I was in LA at the time.
Okay.
I was doing like movies and stuff. Like actually a couple of the movies that we might talk about that came out in 95, I actually did in 94, the summer of 94.
Okay.
Like
So,
what? Like what? I want to know now.
Like I did Mortal Kombat. I was in Mortal Kombat. None of them really speaking roles, but I was on camera.
I'm not surprised that you got into Mortal Kombat.
What were you
because
doing?
There was a diverse. Listen, Mortal Kombat was one of the few movies at the time that had diversity in it. So they had to put some black people in the background to make it seem like it was really Mortal Kombat.
Abdul,
No,
were
I'm
you a good
just saying.
extra? What did you do? What did you do?
There
You
was
standard?
a club,
What'd
there was
you
a
do?
club scene.
You were dancing?
No, nigga. Let me finish this motherfucking story before
Okay.
we get into you start interjecting your shit. No, there was a club scene, and the guy comes through the room, and he starts killing people. And I'm with the person who next to the person who gets out, who is the star of the movie, or she was one of the stars of the movie, a blonde white girl. And she starts fighting the guy, and everybody scatters and shit.
And that was Mortal Kombat, right?
Yup. And then there was another movie called Strange Days, and I was next to Angela Bassett in
Ooh.
this scene where she was on top of a car, and I'm standing right by her.
Did you get to touch her?
Yeah, I actually talked to her the whole while she was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s mom in Boys in the Hood.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now she's like her boyfriend or
In American Horror Story.
yes, in American Horror Story.
She's
Right. I didn't
his
even
mom-
think
she's his
about
boyfriend?
that.
She's like a boyfriend or like a love
They're a
interest.
couple or something.
Man.
So she
Hey.
went from being his mother to his love interest.
Oh wow, that's incestuous.
crazy 'cause he's-
incestuous.
He looked too grown when he was in Boys in the Hood to be Larry Fishburne's son.
Shit. Hey, big ups to everybody on Markland Scotch Plains that are tuning in and watching. I appreciate you guys, tuning in. Share it out. Make sure you get it. Check out Abdul Majid. Check for him. Check for Susan Hempstead. You guys got to make sure. The guest calling line as well, 347-205-957. You can't forget that. I'm going to say it again. 347-205-9571. You guys, if you got a chance, check it out. We're still going to have fun. We're going to do what we do best, give you a little bit of real talk. It's like only your man, Mr. Direct, can do. In 1995, if you guys weren't aware of what was going on, a gallon of gas costs $1.09. $1.09.
That's crazy.
Okay? A U.S. postage stamp. U.S. postage stamp actually cost, I believe at the time, and I got to get it right. Well, let's go back. There's a picture of it. It's $1. It was $1.09 for a gallon of gas. I mean, a gallon of milk. Man, I got this thing all screwed up. I don't care. There's milk. A thing of milk at the time. I don't know why I got gas and milk. I got it all. Who gives a damn? It is what it is.
Milk gives you gas, nigga.
Right? Lactose intolerant. If you're lactose intolerant, milk gives you gas. You got to go with that. A U.S. postage stamp. A Toyota Camry. The average car at the time was $15,500. That was a decent car in 1995. That was almost considered high-end if your parents spent $15,000 for you on an automobile. So you was kind of doing a damn thing. Toyota has been the number one car for how many years? Like, they've been the number one car for like 20 years running at one point? Or was it 10?
Toyota makes some really good cars, I gotta say.
Yeah, they really do. Hey, listen, a dozen eggs was 87 cents. How much the eggs cost now?
I don't know. Susan only takes it to the face.
He only takes it to the face, son. He only takes it to the face. Yeah. 11. She said 11. But listen, eggs are so expensive now.
How long does it take you to get a dozen eggs to the face?
A postage stamp was 32 cents. If you guys can see the look on Susan's face, the look of disgust is hilarious. A postage stamp was 32 cents.
Babies.
Hey, see, man, listen, I was trying to keep this as clean as possible, and you still gonna go there.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, Susan has joined us. Susan decided she's going to watch while she's on the show.
Because I'm like, what angle are you getting me at?
They can't see you. They can only see me on side profile.
They can see my double chin. It's bothering me.
It's actually a triple chin, but we're not talking about it. A loaf of bread is $1.15.
Come here and get abused all the time.
That's a triple Lindy chin.
That's a triple Lindy chin.
That's off the dive board to another dive board.
So mean to me.
Platform.
So mean to me.
And then we got the loaf of bread that was $1.15, and gas at the time. Sorry, a cost of a gallon of gas was $1.09 at the time. It was $1.09. That's what, and basically that's the major stuff that was going on in that year. So I mean, it doesn't look like much has changed yet. I'm going to come back into Susan real quick because I felt bad. Look, she's just looking down. She's like, why are you making fun of me? I don't appreciate it.
Clowns.
Kyle Newsom, what's going on, my brother? Good. My friend John wants you to say Purple Bucket. He doesn't think it's live. Purple Bucket, John. It is live. Trust me. I don't know. Why would people not think that this is live? Abdul, say Purple Bucket so these motherfuckers know.
Prince. Because he's purple and they buried his little ass in a bucket.
You're blasphemous. Talk about Prince like that.
But I mean, like, here we are, and this is the things that we're going through, and this is what they're touching on.
And they keep lying
And they keep lying to
for
us,
their
man.
own agenda.
You can correlate the price of gas to what was going on then. Syria, all that stuff, Israel, Syria, all the stuff was going to the Middle East. Gas was low then. Look at gas prices right now.
I hear you. Listen, Michael Miller said he wasn't in shock, and it's the truth. And the sickest thing was McVeigh made the cover of Time magazine. They put him on the cover of Time magazine.
So was
for what he
OJ
did.
at the same year. So
Hold
was
on.
OJ the same
Don't
year.
touch OJ. It's okay that OJ was on the cover of Time. OJ,
Why?
do people don't understand how powerful of an icon OJ was? I said it
OJ
last
was on
night.
the cover of magazines before he murdered
Of
that bitch.
course,
Yes.
of course,
Yes.
of course.
But OJ was
But
knocking
95 was the verdict for OJ, by the way.
Listen,
Yeah.
OJ was knocking niggas over in the airport in the 1970s. I said
Yeah.
it last night's show. I'm saying it tonight. OJ is a different level. When you can run through an airport and be knocking motherfuckers over with relentlessness, and nobody stopped them. Nobody's like, "Hey, where's your ID?" It was there goes that
OJ.
black guy running with.
I'm not
it's
black.
OJ.
I'm OJ.
Well, yeah.
He said that.
Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember the OJ series that just came out?
Made in America one?
And no, the one that just came out. It was on whatever it was.
Yeah.
And they got a scene.
Couldn't?
With Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yes,
playing
he
him.
gets in a scene, and in the back of the car, he
Yeah.
says, "What's all these niggas doing around here?" What all these niggas doing around here? I thought I moved away from you motherfuckers. You found me anyway.
Wow. That was this week. The verdict was this week, October 3rd. I
Was
remember
it?
that. I remember that because my
Yo.
niece turned 21 and
And I
she was
still think
actually
he
her
was
mother
innocent.
was in labor and they weren't even paying attention to her. They were looking at the verdict. And
I
she's like,
remember E Entertainment was on the sound set for 90210, right? Them motherfuckers looked lost. They was like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "Seriously, you guys are that upset that OJ got away with murder?" They were like, "This is bullshit. We got to do something about this.
Yeah.
He got away with it." I'm like, "Dude,
Yeah.
you know you're only on a drama series on Fox. I don't think it's that serious." They were really
it was
upset.
so. The country
Here's
was
the crazy
torn.
part. People got mad at OJ getting away with a murder while we were still in Iraq. Like murdering everybody.
Hey Mike, you made a good point. He would get tasered now. They wouldn't shoot OJ. They would taser him. Hey, you can't shoot OJ. Just taser him.
But they
Just
were
taser
never.
him down.
But they were never interested. Everybody was starstruck by OJ. It was only until the trial started that people
OJ
started taking sides.
I think-
But you see how he wasn't even arrested for like forever because he was OJ Simpson.
I think part of that is we always have to remember some people become so big and so over because
Point-
lawyers.
Because there was
Lawyers.
also lawyers, but there was also a point where it's like, let's not screw this up. Because if it wasn't OJ, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If it was a common everyday nigga on the street, they'd be like, "Yo, take him out."
Exactly.
You know
Straight
what
up.
the fucked up part is? Because of OJ Simpson, Chris Brown can't catch a break.
Yo, do you see they dropped the charges on Chris Brown this week?
And they dropped him, yeah.
They
That
dropped-
nigga's in LA beating bitches like he's trying to get dirt out of a rug.
You got-
And they still won't leave him alone.
Hey, Gail, big ups to Gail. Gail said she doesn't think he did, but he might be protecting who did or know who did it. So
I don't
another-
think he did it.
I think his son did it.
What?
I really think his son did it, and he's protecting his son.
We talking about OJ again?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Chris Brown.
No. Well,
Okay.
why is
Well,
every-
I did hear that the son did it.
I think it was the son. I honestly think, and didn't you? Or it was the. Remember, you and I discussed this before.
Why are we not comfortable with just saying he did it?
Serial killer. I told you I thought it was a serial killer.
There's a serial
Okay,
killer
but
that
why
admitted to
are we
it.
not comfortable? Seriously, why can't we grasp that OJ did it? What is our issue with him being the one that did it?
Because the nigga didn't do it. That's the that's the issue.
Kyle Newsom said that whites are fascinated by blacks but afraid of the power. What are you guys thinking about that?
Oh, penis.
They're-
This man.
Digging these white bitches out.
William, I can't even pronounce your last name. It's something ski, so I think you might be part Polish. No offense. Satan Church is rampant in California, is what he says. Satan's Church is rampant in California.
There is a lot of Satanists in I have to say.
Scientology.
Well, not that.
Scientology is some satanic shit. It's just described as something different. L. Ron Hubbard made up that shit. He made it up, and it was supposed to be a science fiction book. And
Well, L. Ron Hubbard,
whatever his name is.
L. Ron Hubbard was actually friends with Jack Parsons,
Yes.
who was a Satanist, and he was also friends with Aleister Crowley, who was also at one point a Satanist.
That's what. Listen, and supposedly a lot of the elites in Hollywood are all part of Scientology, and you're not supposed to. Who was that one lady that left, and they shunned her quick?
Oh, the lady from the actress from what the fuck is that movie with the little fat nigga who delivers the mail?
What are you talking about?
J-Rock, what's going on?
King of
J-Rock,
Queens,
what's going on?
the woman from King of Queens.
Oh, what's her name? I like her. The woman she was in it?
She remember she came out and started bashing them, and they
Ooh.
started doing this campaign against her that was crazy.
Oh yeah, they took her down.
So she does like nothing now on
They took
television.
her. No, I think she.
And started talking about him, and they fucking destroyed her.
Yo, they took her to another level of crazy. Listen, if you guys want to call in, the guest calling number is 347 William. You better call in 347-205-9571. That's 347-205-9571. Give us a call. Come in. Susan, I'm about to pop you on the back of your head. You keep playing with me. I ain't messing with you right now. Give us a call. Call in if you want to talk to us. L. Ron was friends with JPL Parsons and Crowley, like he said, and L. Ron stole Parsons' wife to give birth to the Antichrist. Now, Lee Remini, the King of Queens actress, left the church in 2013, but she's clearly not one to go quietly. And as well, Amy Boyrite. Amy, what's going on? You've joined the conversation. A lot of things. These people on my Markland Scotch Plains feed don't call me by the government name, Susan. Don't call me by the government name.
Mr. Direct.
But if you guys want to see the show actually flowing correctly, go to Mr. Direct Just Real on Facebook, and you'll actually see the show going smoothly like the way it is. We got a phone call. I think this is William. I'm pretty sure it's William. We're going to have to take this phone call.
Man, how you doing?
William, what's going on?
Markley Scotch Plains.
Dude.
Hey, man.
Where's
I'm
William
calling
from?
in at request, bro.
Hey, you got to turn that
How
thing
you
off
been?
in the background. You got it running in the background. Turn it off.
Yeah, I got nothing in the background, bro. Yeah, this might be my phone is a little glitchy, but I'm away from the radio, man.
So what's going on, man? How you doing?
An Irishman is a field of dreams.
Big ups to Owen McElroy who joined us in. What's going on?
If you build it, they will come. Let me just put it that way.
Hey, this is a life lessons of what we got going on.
With the OJ thing, man, the California Satanists are crazy out there. I think they are murdering mad people and blaming it on other famous people. You know what I mean? You could say whatever you say about OJ. What's ironic, though, and I know the black community must feel this, man, that OJ is doing time for getting a football back that was his.
That sucks to me.
You know what I
That's
mean?
not
I'm
fair.
Like, it
That's
says
not-
OJ on the thing. I'm not allowed to sell any of my merchandise. I'm going to Vegas to pick it up. And then this is the craziest shit. They charged him with having a gun because of an audio tape.
Yeah. No, they
So the
railroaded
guy
him.
was like, put away the gun, put away the gun, put away the gun. And he was like, what are you talking about, man? There ain't no gun. And they still put him away on gun charges.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Yo, but that was a setup. That whole piece was a setup at that
It
point.
was.
It was a setup.
Oh, man.
It runs
That
so
was just
deep,
sad.
man. I don't even want to say it's like the Masons or this or that. I don't want to put it in one group. There is such a conglomerate, bro. Could I curse on your show?
No.
No other
This
word
is
but
hold
fuckery,
on.
man.
This is Mr.
All right.
Direct's
Well,
Real
it's
Talk.
a
You say
verb.
whatever.
If you go against the grain, they will screw over your life. Now you look at this like thing in France, Facebook page. I called it insurance job all the way, bro. With Kanye and Kim. There's no
Everybody's
way
saying
that this happened.
that. Everybody is saying
No,
that.
listen, man. All right. Kanye gets like 50 G's a show, right? So if he worked every day from the time he said he was broke, 53 million in debt, until the day the robbery happened, he only made $4 million. And that's if he worked every day at 50 grand a day doing a concert every day. Who the hell in their right mind after being broke is going to get $4 million in their pocket and blow it all on a ring?
Why not?
A second engagement ring. He already gave her an engagement ring. Now the whole funny thing is this is how it works, man. This is called the Chinese bank robbery scam. Okay.
Why it got to be
They had
Chinese?
a robbery because it's a true story.
Okay, I'll go with
I'm
that.
not being racist. This is a true story. So there was a bank robbery in China, and they took 40 million renminbi, which is their their new money. They have the yuan, and then they have the renminbi. The renminbi is like the one that everybody wants all over the world, like the euro. The yuan is what you spend when you're in China. So they stole 40 million renminbi. They didn't bother counting the money. Don't be a hero in the bank, whatever. Get that on the floor. Peace. The news report says a bank in China was robbed for 160 million renminbi.
Oh, wow.
They're looking at each other like, did you take money and not tell me about it? You got shit in your pants? What's going on? What happened was the bankers were so crooked, they were already in the hole for 120 million renminbi. So when the bank robbery came, they just threw on the money they embezzled onto the reported theft, so they were free and clear. You understand what I'm saying? So now that when the police showed up, they said, oh, they stole 160 million renminbi. Oh, okay, that explains why the money's missing out of the bank. They did a full audit, and these bankers got away with the crime because someone else, they piggybacked their crime on the other person's crime.
Yo, that's nuts.
All right, so that's like the whole theory with the Kim thing is, okay, you go out to, now there's a copycat. They copied Kim's mother, because if you watch that show, which is garbage, but if you watch it 5 years ago, Kris Kardashian went out to France, and she has all the Louis Vuitton bags and all this and that. They take the one bag in the airport that had all the jewelry. Everything else was left. Now, you know Louis Vuitton bags are real when they have them, and you know that even like a stupid little carry-on is like 1,600. So they left all the clothes, all the bathing suits, all that other stuff was left alone. They just narrowed out the bag of jewelry. I'm in France and blah, and like these big they look like ring pop rings. Ain't nobody gonna wear that crap in your house. You're gonna be grabbing fabric and snagging your sweater and all. You know, it's so gaudy and so giant. It's like walking around, like I said, with a ring pop. So she's on there documenting it, like, look at me, I got my jewelry on and I'm in France. Because the insurance company, the first thing would say is, how do we know you even have them rings in France? You understand? So that's what she did. She laid down the proof with the video, the tagged video. They know it was filmed live. They know it was filmed in a room in France and whatnot. Costume jewelry. That's what it was. She had copies made. She went out there all day. You can't tell if a ring is a piece of glass
do
or
rich
a
people
diamond
like
from a
Kanye?
camera.
Do rich people like
Hold on,
Kanye
William,
and Kim
hold on
need
for
to
a
do that
second.
though? Seriously,
What'd
do
you
they
say?
really? Do rich people
Listen,
like them? I mean, is
Kanye
it more
wasn't
likely?
always rich.
Is okay.
All right, Kim was always rich. This is what Kim can't do. Kim cannot have a gun put to her head, shackled, tied up, thrown in a bathtub, and not be hysterical crying for 3 weeks. That's what's impossible, okay? I had a gun pulled out on me. My sister had a gun pulled out on her deli. The guy was like, they gagged my sister, tied her up, threw her in the meat locker. He was like, you're going to finish your shift, right? You understand? That's the difference.
That's scary.
Kim's mother said she's looking fat. She was hysterical for 3 weeks crying. I hate my mother. I hate my sisters. I don't want to talk. But she shows up in New York with no jewelry on.
more
of the
likely?
lenses.
Is it more likely that these rich people committed a crime than poor people or criminals doing this? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, why is it
How do
so
you get
hard?
rich? How do you get rich? Let me tell you something.
I can tell you how those two got
He
rich.
got $50 billion. $50 billion. How did he get $50 billion? By draining out 100,000 families. 100,000 families of 500 grand. That he wiped out people's whole retirement accounts.
William,
with
hold
bad
on for a
advice.
second. William,
If you watch
hold
Kramer,
on for a second.
If you watch Kramer on CNBC, it was garbage. He's like, you got to buy this company. You got to buy that company. Yeah, you know what he has on sell instantly for the morning? Every company he says. Because the problem with the stock market is you got to have somebody to buy.
I had to mute William real quick for a second because he wasn't letting us talk.
I want to go
William,
back to 1995.
We are going back. We were just talking a little bit.
Before we go, I think William said it best. He's half Irish and half Polish. He's strong possibility he's drunk off potato liquor.
William,
Simple man, and I'm good.
William, I want to
Word.
thank you for calling in. We got to let you go because we got to continue the conversation.
Yeah, no, I can't hear on this phone anyway. I'm sorry if I cut anybody off. But
It's
yeah,
okay,
all
William.
rich people are crooks. The only guy who's going to be a non-crook and rich is Markley Scotch Plains, because he's doing it from the brain.
He was
Yo,
great, though.
William was
I
not
like him.
going to stop.
I like him.
I
I
like
just
his
want to get back to
conspiracy
1995, Throwback Thursday.
We're going to go back in. We're going back into it. Listen, you know what we're going to do right quick? What we're going to do is we're going to get into it. I hate to do it, but we got to do it. I want to talk about some of the music that was big in 1995.
Ooh,
Are you
ooh,
ready?
yes.
Yeah, Susan's real excited. You guys ready? Here we go. We're going to talk about the music that was ready. Hold on, Michael Miller, where is your son for him sitting him in Pompano, Florida during a hurricane and watching you guys? I don't know.
You couldn't practice reading that before you
No,
started
he
to
said
read it
some
live.
shit. He said, where is your son for him sitting here in Pompano Beach, Florida during a hurricane and watching you guys? Sorry. Should have said, where is your show airing from? I'm enjoying it during a hurricane.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man, speak me a fucking English, man. Okay, no.
He's drinking with William.
We're in Jersey. No, that's Michael Mill. He goes, that was a typo. We're in Jersey, man. We're in Jersey.
We're in Jersey.
We're live from Jersey doing what we do. We appreciate that you're tuning in. You guys got to check us out. Right now, you're checking me out on this news feed. If you check me out on Markland or Mr. Direct, I'm giving the wrong names again. If you check me out on Mr. Direct Just Real, you'll see the different cameras. So you can see Susan, you can see Abdul, you can see we're hanging out, having fun. Here's your man, Mr. This is what we're going to do. What was big? There you go.
Creep.
So I creep.
Yeah, just keep it on the down low. That was my cut. Okay. And Baby by Brandy. Candy Rain, Soul for Real. This is how we do it. Who, by the way, Montel Jordan's a preacher now. He's a good person.
You got to go along with this picture. See how you
But
fucked it up?
I talked about Creep.
You speed. No, see, and then it goes.
Crazy, Sexy, Cool. Is that what the album was called? That was Crazy, Sexy, Cool, right?
Yeah, that was your album.
You got to go with the picture right there.
Okay, I'm looking at the picture.
The next one.
Which is oh, okay. And so, can we go on to the next one now? Because the next one was one of my favorite songs.
It's just go.
Okay, he's always yelling at me. Okay, Method Man and Mary J. Blige. You're all I need to get by.
Stop singing. Stop singing.
Life's sweet more than dew.
Mark, please yell at her again. Stop.
That was a great song. That was a great song.
She's going to lose her feelings. What's the next one? Rage Against the Machine.
I don't know that one.
Oh, my God.
I know Montel Jordan.
This is what happens when you work with...
I don't know Rage Against the Machine.
Completely-
What did they sing? Tell me what they sang.
They sing a lot of stuff.
Like what? Just name one, mister.
Bulls on Parade.
I didn't
Bulls
say
on Parade.
nothing about them. I never say nothing about no Rage Against the Machine. I said Montel Jordan. What did you have to say? Abdul's the one that said Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, Evil Empire came out that year. I think it came out that year. That
don't
was
even know what that is.
Bulls on Parade. That was they had a lot of good ones. They had a lot of good songs actually. But
And the
Rage Against
last,
the Machine.
last but not least, we got to talk about this, what you see in front of you. Angela
That
Bassett
was the movie.
in Waiting to Exhale.
That was the movie. There was so much anticipation for that movie, and then when it came out, it didn't fail. I mean, the book came out first. Terry McMillan's book came out first, and you saw white women at the beach reading this book. I mean, it was such a highly anticipated movie. Whitney Houston, Angela Bassett. But that album. Oh, I was talking about this the other night. That album was the best. There's not one song on that album that wasn't a hit. My favorite Mary J. Blige song is on that album. Not Gonna Cry. Babyface wrote it. And it was just Babyface, I think, that did most of that album.
You know what? Fuck Babyface, because Babyface wrote songs that made women think that dudes were supposed to do. What was that song by him?
Soon as I get home from work. Soon as I get home.
I'll pay your rent. What the hell you telling women I'm gonna pay rent for?
Because he has money to do it.
Exactly. You represent the dudes that got money. You don't represent us broke dudes. I can't be going around telling some chick.
Well, the
I'ma pay
sisters was
some
enjoying
rent.
hearing it. The sisters was enjoying it.
And that's what's
hearing
wrong
it.
with you
That's all I can
sisters
say.
today. Y'all sitting there
Whatever.
talking about you can't pay my rent. I don't want to date you.
That's
Get the hell
not
out of
true.
here.
That's not true. Stop painting
Stupid
black
ass-
women like that. We
90s,
don't do stuff like that.
Those 90s, and I'm saying women in general. I ain't just talking about, I'm talking about women in general.
No,
those 90s
we're
songs.
not like that.
Those 90s songs.
Real women aren't like that.
The lyrics from the 1990s songs have fucked women up. The songs from the 70s was about love and being sensual and just being in love with you. The songs from the 80s, let's get high and let's have some sex. The songs from the 90s.
What 80s song said that, Mark? You're
They were
making
all
stuff
like
up
that,
now.
damn it.
Abdul, could you jump in here, please?
Yeah, real.
Awesome. What other song was on that album? The Shoop song, Whitney Houston.
Brandy one. Brandy had one. Brandy had one on that album.
What wasn't it, Baby, Baby, Baby?
No,
that was her
that
album.
was on the album.
She had what was that
No,
song?
she had the one where it was her and Tamia, and it was like a collection of them. It was her, Tamia, and somebody
I can't
else. It was
remember. It's at the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. That was an excellent album, though.
it usually is at the tip of your tongue.
You're not allowed to reference her and Throat Babies in the same conversation.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. We want to talk about that movie a little bit?
That was the movie that every man hated to take their girl to, because I remember the big.
That was better than a chick flick.
No, but the big controversy was, it's bashing men. It's bashing men. The whole thing was about. But they forgot that most of the women wasn't shit neither. So.
What do you mean? In the movie they weren't?
Yeah, pretty much they wasn't shit.
What do you mean? They were beautiful, strong, intelligent women. What are you saying?
Whitney Houston was dating a married man and couldn't let it go.
That's true.
What's her name was dating a druggie and would only date men with money, and only was dating a fat dude because he had money. Angela Bassett was just a pop.
What?
Who else was on there? The heavyset woman. The heavyset woman was shitting on her son because
She's walking away and she's like, I wonder if he sees me switch. That happens to women more times than they care to admit.
what, that niggas are looking at their ass?
Well, no. When you walk away and you're conscious of like a guy looking at you, your walk is kind of off. It's the weirdest thing. I can't even walk in a straight line if I think somebody's looking at me walking.
You can't walk in a straight line if you think somebody's looking at you.
No, I'm just saying, like it shifts your momentum somehow. Like it's not your natural walk when you think somebody's looking at you. It's not like
Okay.
you're trying to walk differently.
The
But it's
guest
just like
calling
Here's the
line.
thing that
conscious
most
of your
women
walk.
don't
The guest calling
understand.
line
You can be
347
built like
34
Gabrielle
7
Sidibe, and a guy's still gonna look at your ass.
205.
It's not so much the behind. It's the walking. Is he looking at me? And do I have a cute walk? And what does my walk look like right now? It's just
Hold on for a second. Kaja, I'm doing production on the backside too, so that's why you see me walking in and out of the camera. I'm doing production while I'm doing this. Let me tell you this, and I tried to explain it to a woman last night on the show and she got offended. When men see a woman that they like, we look. Period. We look.
you're supposed to look.
Exactly. So I don't understand why a woman has to sit there and say, I hope he's not looking, or I hope
You're
he's
just
looking
not
at
supposed to touch. You can look. And you don't have to be disrespectful while you're looking either. You don't have to say anything fresh.
me. What do you mean we don't have to say anything?
You don't have to say, "Oh, look at that."
What would you consider fresh?
Just compliment a lady in a nice way, and if she responds, just
I'm hanging off a cliff.
me personally, if I heard that, I'd be very happy, seeing that I'm not very, I'm not very
yeah.
blessed in that area. But
Like we said before, your ass like
but
a
no,
gnat.
but the things that I do have, and if guys gawk at it or if they say something about it, it's kind of like, unless I like you, I'm really not trying to hear none of that. It's kind of, it grosses
shouldn't.
me out. You don't feel like, women don't like feeling like meat. We don't.
Okay.
I'm telling you the truth.
Whatever.
I mean,
Susan's ass looks like a cardboard that people use to break dance with. That's folded in half.
why do I laugh at you? Why are we still friends?
We have movies we got to go into real quick. We're going to talk because some great movies came out. The first movie was Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. Great movie.
It was. Tommy Davidson was funny in that movie.
Oh my God, he played the African
look.
tribe guy.
Yes.
Susan's ass is like a book with all the pages torn out.
Oh my God.
I wish I knew how to play the dozens, but I don't. I
don't.
just take
Next
it. I
up,
eat it.
Bad Boys. Bad Boys was a really good. That was went
Well,
on.
you know they're coming out with a Bad Boys 3 this year,
Yes,
right?
and I'm so excited about that.
Are they
I'm
really
sorry.
coming out with 3?
Yes,
They're really
they
doing it,
are.
yeah.
They're
They're
taping
really
it
doing
right
it.
now. It's going to be a wonderful thing.
Really?
I'm so excited about it.
Do you think that this is what put Martin Lawrence on the map?
No.
No, Martin. the
House
movie-
Party put Martin Lawrence.
House Party and the stand up. You so crazy.
Yeah.
Excuse me, people.
Casino.
Sorry.
Next up, Casino. Now,
That
Casino.
was a good one.
Casino was a real good movie.
It was good.
It was a different adaptation of a mob movie.
Well, yeah,
it was still a
because-
mob movie, but it was a different adaptation of it.
But I think a lot of people were disappointed with it. I mean, because they were expecting, this is like right off the Goodfellas, right? So it's
Yeah.
like they had a certain expectation, but I still enjoyed it. I
Joe
really
Pesci
did.
was good as hell. What did you say to my friend? What did you tell him?
Yeah.
Go stick it in his ass? Yeah, get stick and the little midget motherfucker kicking asses. Friday came out in 1995.
Bye, Felicia.
You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't gotta
Oh.
lie.
You got knocked the fuck out.
There's so many things that came out from
How
that
is
movie.
that not a quotable movie beyond all quotable movies?
Say some more. Say some more.
Well, what did he? Well, he just said you got knocked the fuck out. Next movie came out. We'll go back to that, but next movie came out. Heat. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro.
Now, what's
Val
the line
Kilmer.
in that about 30 seconds? If you can't leave somebody
If you can't leave a situation in I forgot. Somebody can't leave a situation in 30 seconds or less. Then
like-
I forgot how it was.
it was basically like, don't mess with somebody if you know you can't leave them in
If
30
you
seconds.
can't leave it
something
in
like
under 30 seconds, you got to go. Jersey Drive. Jersey Drive.
That was a good one. Just because I watched it, just because it had the word Jersey in it, and I wanted.
that. Yeah,
to,
we were supposed to.
Yeah.
That was
That came on recently too. It was actually a pretty.
It comes
good
on a
movie.
lot.
I never
Yeah.
see it on television. What channel are y'all watching?
Cable.
comes-
Like
it
we have
com-
cable in these
It
parts.
It actually comes on a lot. It's actually a really good movie. Jersey Drive was a really good movie. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I watch it every time. Can't forget my Jersey. They got Queen Latifah.
Yeah,
She
Queen
sings on the
Latifah.
soundtrack. Yo, can't forget Jersey. Like, yo, that's when Queen Latifah, you didn't know she'd be where she's at now. She was hood. Queen Latifah was hood. She tried to be the queen, but she was a little hood.
She repped the hood. I don't think she was.
Yeah, she
hood.
was a little hood. Come on, she brought out Naughty by Nature and Apache and all
Got
of
the
that.
robbed
people she
smoking
brought out
weed
was
in
hood.
Harlem.
What'd you say?
She got robbed smoking weed in Harlem. If that ain't hood, I don't know what is.
She got robbed smoking weed?
in Harlem.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You don't remember they shot her? They shot her passenger, and
Oh.
they stole her BMW because she was on 125th Street smoking a blunt in a car with.
Who, MC Light?
She was somebody. the
Maybe
person got
Monifa.
shot.
Yo. There was a lot of good music. There was a lot of good movies that came out. Now, we were talking about Friday and quotable pieces for Friday, right? What is your favorite line from Friday?
Bye, Felicia.
I have a problem that people just use that line incorrectly.
How do they use it incorrectly?
Just because they use it for everything now. Like, bye, Felicia, bye. Like, get the hell out of here. You don't
Well,
even know
I
what the
just
hell
think
it
it's
means.
great that it is 2016 and they're still quoting that movie.
Because it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Oh, remember the one? I'm gonna call you, but don't ever.
Oh, my God. We're moving.
Oh,
How much
is
longer will
that
be
the-
on?
Is that the one that he
that's
says?
Another good one. Hey, Miss Parker.
Oh,
I
my
use that
God.
shit a
The
lot.
midget? The midget?
Is
Yeah.
that the one when
We
he
gonna
says
have a
don't
little-
go in the
oh my God.
bathroom for 35 to 45 minutes?
Yeah, don't nobody
That's
go in the
another one.
room
That's
for
another-
35, 45 minutes. hold on. Ready? Hold on. It was, we gonna have a little prayer. Bernie Mac, yeah, we gonna have a little prayer up in here. Yeah, hey, Miss Parker, we gonna have a little prayer up in here today. We gonna get our little prayer on. Yes, sir. Bernie Mac was funny in that script, man. I love doing that one.
What was
And that was a lot of black stars in that one.
yeah.
That was a lot of black. Like that was Ice Cube's first written screenplay, and he got a lot of famous black people involved in that.
Well, they eventually became famous.
Yeah, I think that launched a lot of people.
They put him on the map as being
Like
legit.
Ezel, the guy who played the crackhead, after that played a gang of movies.
Yes, but I think that's what we need to do when we come up. We need to bring the talent that we know is there and let them go on their way, but at the same time, kind of give them that little bit of lift. Like, hey, listen, I see the talent in you. I'm bringing you on board for it.
But the thing about the Friday franchise is that they put a lot of black people on the map. They put Cat Williams on the map. They put
Mike Epps.
what's that? Mike Epps on the map.
I mean,
Yo.
Mike was doing it, but in the
They were
stand up
doing it.
circuit, but
Pimp
yeah,
down,
that
down.
made people pay attention to him. I mean,
am a
if
boy,
you gotta
Damon.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
What other?
Yeah, that Nia Long. That's another one.
Oh, I forgot she was in that. I haven't seen Friday in a long time. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow on Friday. Watch Friday.
Here it was. How do you get fired on your day off?
Yes.
Somebody just commented that. How do you get fired on your day off? I saw. Hey, you remember? Hold on. That was my grandmother's. My grandmother gave me that.
My grandmama bought me that chain. Oh, another one. You know he gonna cry in the car. I use that one all the time. You know he gonna cry in the car.
Yo, that was. Hold on. I saw the tape. It looked just like you. It's Friday. You ain't got shit to do. Let's just get high.
Friday, you ain't got no job.
Yo, that shit was hilarious, man. 1995 was like a great year.
Oh, okay. So what else came out that year?
Heat.
Heat came out that year. You know, Basketball Diaries came out that year.
You know what I love about Heat? And I was just thinking about it. What I love about Heat was that there was a scene where they're in the middle of a shipyard, and they're in the middle of the tanks, and Robert De Niro's pointing in different directions, and he's just talking to
Yeah.
the crew. And then all of a sudden, when they leave, could get to, it wouldn't make sense. Al Pacino looks around in a different direction. He goes, you know what he was looking at? He goes, is this guy something or not? You know what this guy's looking at? He goes, what? And he goes, he's looking at the LAPD. We've been made.
Yep.
He
I
called-
remember it. And he was standing in the, he was in like one of the,
He was on one of those little white towers just taking pictures of him.
Taking pictures. Yeah, taking pictures.
He was like, he goes, fellas, we've been made. Is this guy not something? This guy knew what he was doing. Big ups to Vernez, decided to join us. Big ups
Hey,
to South
Vernez!
Seattle. What's going on, you guys? Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Listen, this show is really just an inaugural to put us back in place. I didn't expect it to be long. Susan has places to go. There's a hurricane about to hit us down in Florida. Next week, join us again. It's going to be back in a day. This time, it's going to be a little bit longer. Today, I just want to get us back to being together as a crew.
Yay!
You know, I love.
Stop making fun of me, though.
I love Susan being here. I love Abdul being here. Abdul, man, like, you don't know how much respect I got for you. And the fact that you put up with my dumb ass, nothing but love, man. Nothing but pure love. I want to thank you guys for being on. I want to thank you guys so much for being part of this. It's going to go further. We're going to do more back in the day. Hopefully, via Susan, we're going to really take it up another notch. We're going to bring in some special guests.
Yep. We sure are.
We're going to have some people talking to us. Listen, we're going to do what we do best. We're going to give you some real talk with back in the day. You know, and of course, somebody's phone going to go off like it always does. Never fails. We're having fun. Thank you guys for sitting at home and listening to us. Thank you guys on Facebook Live. Thank you for all the guys on Mr. Direct's Real Talk that paint Mr. Direct Just Real. It's real people, real conversation. It's always real talk. It's what we do. Don't go anywhere. Stay close, but make sure you just have a great day.